What's up? What's up? Yeah, boy! All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of almost 20,000 foreign exchange traders stationed around the world. Let me remind you that trading is risky. It's not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hey, we gather here today with the overriding goal of putting together trade plans based on technical analysis, fundamental analysis, trader psychology might go into it. Monetary policy, macroeconomics, it's all fair game. If you have a question, let me know. I will do my best. I consider myself a servant in our relationship when we meet here today. So that means you need to tell me how I can help, and I will do my best to do so. So there are resources available to you over the years, and this is, 20 years I've been doing this. Over those years, new Forex traders have asked me for additional resources. They're like, hey, thanks for the webinars, thanks for the live streams. Can you help? Can you write a book? So I wrote a book. Can you do some free video training courses? So I've done that. Can you do some premium video training courses? Yes, 65 hours worth for $88. Can I use your chart templates? Yeah. Do you recommend a broker? Yeah, I do. I recommend tradersway.com. All the links to Traders Way, to my chart templates, to the premium training courses, to the free training courses, to my book. They're all available. All those links are in the description below. So get what you need. What else? Would you do me a favor? Click the like button and maybe leave a comment on the recording and just simply tell YouTube that this is quality content. Okay, for some reason they don't promote it. I don't know why. This is not a get rich quick channel. This is not a rah, trade, go channel. This is about treating Forex like a business and therefore trying to be a conservative, disciplined trader looking for repeatable trades based on hardcore, solid technical analysis and fundamental analysis of macroeconomic trends and monetary policies of various central banks. So I'm trying to give you the goods, man. This is good. I'm trying to be good. So anyways, help me let YouTube know that, because I think we can save a few Forex trading souls before they blow up their trading account and go on to do something else. Maybe options, maybe real estate, whatever. On to the next get-rich-quick scheme, huh? Let's save a few of these folks and teach them how to trade Forex like it's a business. Let's take a look here. I asked you to participate in a poll. We have statistically enough data. Right on, noob trader. All right, half you want yen, half you want dollar. So thing going on with yen right now is last night in the Asia session, I had just finished the day trading group, and I was looking at the yens because there was a glimmer of hope of maybe some yen strength coming in. And I say hope only that, I'm looking at long-term sort of seasonality models and stuff. And like, maybe that kind of stuff. But all the yen pairs were still technically very bullish. But, it was the right place and potentially the right time and right price of maybe if yen strength was going to show up, it would make a lower low, lower high kind of thing. So I was kind of watching that. And then Bank of Japan announced that they're going to do 3 more days of intervention. Done. So I bought the yens. Bang, 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 bang. So that many of you are probably on that, or you're wondering, why did the yen get so weak so quickly? And that is exactly why. So again, the Bank of Japan, I believe they want to keep their 10-year. They want to keep their 10-year JGB, which is a Japanese government bond. The BOJ wants to keep that at 0.25%. 0.25%. 0.25% for a 10-year. Okay. And so anyways, to do that right now, they're basically doing a form of quantitative easing, right? They got to buy those bonds and drive down the yield. And there's a couple of things going on in the world, and one of them is the United States of America raising interest rates, right? So so if the U.S. yields are going up, that can drag all other central banks up, including the Bank of Japan, and so they're intervening and pushing those rates back down in Japan. Meanwhile, oil prices are so high that Japan has probably gone from 100% of their GDP going towards energy costs, which means they're exporting yen, okay, to now suddenly 200% of GDP to get the same amount of oil, the same amount of energy, right? Noob, potentially noob, but for, let's say, unrelated reasons, that would be the likely case. That's not supposed to happen until next week, though. But anyway, so that's what went down yesterday. And I'm a little grumpy because I made a last-minute decision on those trades to... and it was funny because I just poo-pooed on this in the day trading group, I think 2 days ago or 3 days ago. For some reason, I don't know what was going through my mind. I added a trailing stop. And I don't like trailing stops. And I just advised people in the group to not use them. And I don't know what I was doing. I guess being risk averse. I don't know. So anyways, I put on a trailing stop and, I made about, let's say 40, 50 pips on a 200 pip move. I don't know, dude. So I'm a little disappointed in myself. Let's just put it that way. I did the right thing and made a little bit of money, but gee whiz. So, grumpy cat today. Huh? Grumpy. So anyways, yeah, nothing like waking up early on a Monday morning pissed off. Gee whiz. So whatever. But nonetheless, that's what's happened. Let's take a look at commodities. So we had a gap down on crude, and it continued down, both on Brent and WTI. So that's pretty cool. So we had this breach from the apex, made a nice new higher high. But then, if one of the things we've been looking at is that, let's go yellow. Look at the lines that I draw for you, for the things you do, and they're all yellow. Okay? So anyways, that kind of what that sets up is, this kind of pattern. So if you believe that that's a head and shoulders type pattern, what you do is you can measure the top, right, the peak of the crown to the neckline. And so let's say that's 110. What is that? 118. Just amazing, right? So if my math's correct, that's $8. So what that says is we go from, let's say, 110, okay, to 102. Okay. Isn't that because whatever? Okay. Brent, same thing. Brent on some old technical support. Anyways, take a look at that. Okay, this is gold, and gold's sort of wimping out. Okay, sort of wimping out. Even if it finds support at 1925, what that produces is an inside week. So even if it finds some stability here, it's saying this. So yeah, probably you probably got 15 or 20 other options of trading or that would be better than gold. So gold is kind of, again, back into that map mode. And here we are in Biddy now, on our way up to 48. Just so you know, in case you don't recall, not long ago, we were at 38. And not long before that, we were at 30. Or sorry, 30 is way down here. Anyway, so 32, 38, 48. My, oh my. Okay. So we're up $10,000 this month. Minimum, actually, maybe even a little more, maybe $12,000 for the month. Okay. So interesting, but that's a signal. That's a potential signal for risk on. Okay. Cool. So the recent dollar strength, like if we go here, there's a little bit of dollar strength. Okay, you see that strength. So that impacts things. Rates going up and all that kind of stuff could negatively impact like emerging markets. And so you can see we had this big jump. And, again, in the swing trading group and the day trading group, we were talking about this area here is a big, 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 big conversation. It's a big, 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 big thought in something that has fallen. Okay. Do you get out or do you ride it to the next level? Well, price action will dictate that it'll probably come all the way up here before it even makes a lower low. Okay. And so now what do you do? And so the counter argument of taking profit is, well, Wayne, you got your wonderful yield. Okay. But what I was pointing out is if I take profit down here, okay, I get 3 years of yield. 3 years equivalent if I count the pips, right? So the pips I've made are equivalent to 3 years of collecting yield, but I did it in 30 days. So like F you and the yield you wrote in on, right? But that's the problem with carry trading. It's not a problem, but psychologically, and I warned everybody in my swing trading group going back even 10 years ago, if you joined my group, I'm like, hey man, there's going to be a time where you're losing sleep. I said, you might be losing sleep now because you're struggling to be profitable, or you've struggled in the past in periods where you're losing a ton of money and you're like, I don't know what to do. I can't get out. And you're holding a big losing trade, right? I'm like, your life's going to change one day. You're going to get all this put together. You're going to figure all this out. You're going to get good as a trader. And then one day you're going to be laying in bed and you can't sleep at night because of all the money you're making. Now, it sounds like a sales pitch, but I'm telling you, when you get in a situation like this, all right, so this one trade, for example, I have $6,400 in profit, okay, on this one peso trade, okay? And so now it begs the question, do I take the profit? Do I take the $6,500? Okay, I have over 200% return on investment. Do I get out? Or do I hold it and go for another level down? Well, see, that's the problem. Do I take the short-term return or the long-term yield plus, all this kind of stuff? And you're not gonna. I mean, it's not an easy decision. So you're going to be laying around. Oh, what do I do? Do I take the pips or do I hold for the yield? Do I take the pips or do I hold for the yield? Okay. Because remember, if I sit on it, every year I'll earn 100%. If I just sit on it, not including any pips, yield only. Mark says, according to the book, get out. Right. So that's why I'm kind of still messing around with it, just letting it run. because I want you to look at this, and I'm hoping that at least maybe 3 or 4 of you, everyone else will just do nothing. But maybe there's 3 or 4 souls here that will look at this and say, well, what would I do? What should I do? What would I recommend? How would I handle this? What are the variables that go into this decision? What was my intent when I took it? Don't make it because of the money, but think of like, what was the intent? Where do you think this will be in 3 weeks? Where do you think it will be in 3 months? Like, really put some thought into it. What should you do? What should you do? Okay. And so maybe I'll just let it run, right? Like, whatever, man, right? Okay. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. Euros are? Yeah, sure. But Mark's right. What it probably says, Mark, on the book probably says if you're here, get out. Or you're saying here on the weekly, right? Well, because it's a carry trade, it's not a weekly trade. But a carry trade should plausibly, okay, respect the monthly. Okay? Okay, you know what I mean? Respect the monthly. So, but then inside of this, you have to say, well, what about quarterly? Now, I don't use quarterly pivots, but what is my plan for Q2? Okay? And so that can also go in there. So, like, again, don't do this. This is what an amateur would do. Oh, my God, look at the money, take the money. No, whoa. Stop being reactive. What do you think will happen the next 3 weeks or even the next 3 months? And that may dictate the right thing to do here. Okay? So you have to ask, well, what would happen in Mexico? And what do you think is going to happen to the US dollar? What? And that might give you the strength you need, okay, to put your big girl panties on and do the job that needs to get done. Or maybe the right decision is take the money. Okay? So cool. Enjoy that. Okay? Now, some of you might remember I did a Euro Turkish lira trade maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I held it for 10 months. I asked everybody, I'm like, should I hold this? And everybody's like, yeah, hold it, right? So I held it for 10 months. And it made a lot of pips down. And then it came up. And on the 10th month, I hit break even. And I made 0 pips after 10 months. Now, bear in mind, I'm collecting yield every day. And of course, Europe was paying me money to borrow their cash. And then Turkey was paying an unbelievable interest rate. I can't even remember what it was, 21% or something. So I was lending it to the good people of Turkey because they needed euro to pay their loans, their European loans, right? Do you guys remember I made 0 pips? Does anyone remember my internal rate of return? Just for the new people to get an idea of a carry trade, because many retail traders have no idea about carry trades, right? Does anyone remember the return? It's not a return on investment for the fund. It'd be for every dollar put into that trade. So right now it's somewhere between 900 and 10,000%. uh, somewhere, somewhere between 900 and 10,000%. All right, that's pretty good. Yeah, can we be more precise? Yeah, approximately. Okay, 1,000% internal rate of return. So for every if I put in $1, okay, and from that I collected $1, that equals 100%, right? So what that means is for every $1 I put into the trade, I made $10. And I didn't earn any pips. That's it. For every $1 in, I got $10 back, plus my original dollar, right? So that's how you get to 1,000%. But I did it only on collecting interest every day, and I made 0 pips. So that ain't bad. Now, that was an extraordinary scenario. And now you can't even trade Turkish lira because it's not even a currency anymore. It's a joke. And not because of the good people of Turkey. Okay. Let's just say I don't agree with some of the economic policies that the government has made. But, okay. So anyways, so that's just a point, like whatever, but that actually happened. And so I asked everybody, like when I made the trade, and people were like, hey, that's a good trade. And I'm like, of course it's a good trade. So I'm like, hey, I'll jam the stop and just hold it, right? And for many people, that was the first time they even saw a trade last 10 months, okay? And then yet alone a carry trade. So I could do that again. So on this peso, on this peso, there's $3,000 approximately, okay, of cash used as collateral. So, okay. So right now I have 6,500. Let's just say, so now I have $6,000 in floating profit. So I'm only up. Okay. 200%. Okay. So I have a long ways to go to catch 1,000%, but that's including the pips. So I have to take the pips off for me to get that. Remember, the lira one, the interest rate was so high that, right, it was that kind of return with no pips. So peso is good, but it's not that good relative to how crazy the lira was. But again, good luck with that now. Good luck with that now. Have fun. Okay. Where do we want to start here? You know what? Let's start with let's start with the yens. I got to look at them. Okay, cool. So the whole thing's come all the way back down, which is kind of funny. I think I was in here like 95. I think I bought it here last night. Okay. So anyways, all the way up. Okay. And now all the way back down, which is interesting because we're asking the question about, will these come around? And we were thinking that it should happen this week, next week. This week, next week. So maybe this is the catalyst. Maybe we hit it. But this move last night, like I said, was the BOJ announcing that they're going to do additional intervention to drive down the yield on the 10-year JGB. So let's do 10-year JGB. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Boo, boo, boo. All right, so what do you see here? Interest rates are going up, or what we say yield. The yield on the 10-year JGB, okay, has been skyrocketing. And the BOJ don't like that. So last night we were here when the Bank of Japan opened, and they're like, F that, bring it down. Okay? So it's really been moving. Okay? Very, very quickly. And they don't like that. Okay? So what happens? Well, they buy a bond, the bond price goes up, and the yield goes down. So this is what they've been trying. Now, this started to move just before the Fed meeting. And that day right there is the Fed meeting. So a lot of anticipation. Okay? And I wonder, too, if the BOJ was on the phone. Oh, no. Actually, you know what it was? This is the testimony that Jay Powell did in front of Congress and the Senate. And he's like, yeah, we're going to raise interest rates. Boom, gone. Okay? So the Fed raising interest rates has negatively impacted what the Bank of Japan's trying to do. So they're actually jumping in and buying their own bonds. Okay? So that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay? But nonetheless, isn't it comforting to know that no matter what, these pivot points are being respected? Good. So anyways, I'm quite pissed off at myself because I bought it low. And I think this pullback took me out for profit because I trailed it, and I don't trail. I don't. Jeez. What did I do? What did I do? Gee whiz. So anyways, but nonetheless, I had a 333. I don't even want to measure that, I guess. If I'm at 161. Shit. Probably. Oops. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Euro I didn't do. So I did CAD and I did Aussie. Yeah. There's my cat, and there's the Aussie. So, Pachow. Okay, 92 to 94-ish. Okay. So, you got some decisions. Are you going to buy it at the 21 or not? What's up? Huh? What's up? You going to buy it at the 21 or not? What's your plan, Stan? Or is it down from here? Well, I drilled it home. No, they're intervening. They're creating the weak yen. Okay? Now, it's collapsed since then. Okay? But nonetheless, now you have to decide, are you going to buy it or not? It's come back down, or are you going to try it again? So you want to look on the 15, you want to look on the hourly, and then you want to set it up on the Fiverr. Okay? See? Yeah. caught it right there. Pachow! Actually, no. I stared at it. Yeah, I was looking at this. It came down to 80. It was coming down to 80. And I thought, well, another 10 pips more. And then I looked to the left and I looked at something. And then I came back 1 minute later and it was at 00. It popped 20 pips. And then I looked at all the other yens. Pop, 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 pop. And then it went to like 10. So now it's up 30 pips in like 3 minutes. And then it dropped back down to like 95. So I think I caught it right in here. No, sorry. I did it again. No, in this little move right here. So I think I caught it right there. Yeah, that would have been right. So I did a little like 1 minute breakout type trade. And again, I don't know. That trailing stuff. That's why I don't like trail. I just don't like them. Totally screwed that up. So anyways, ciao. Cool. Now what's going on here was the actual plan was for it to come down to here and then up. But instead what I did is I trade the breakout. So this is an hourly. You got to remember it all happened on a short time frame. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I can do this on a 5 minute. I think it's long and gone. But if I can, maybe it'll be helpful. No, that's Europe. Even on the 5 minute, it shows you how fast I was. Yeah. Man, somewhere in there. Maybe on the 1 minute. Dude. Oops. What's it doing? What the hell? What just happened? Hang on. What is this? Where are we? America. Okay, we got to really zoom back here. It's not even the right day. Oh, that's Europe. See, it's not even the right day. Come on. It's probably the biggest thing I have a problem with on MT4 at least. It's very difficult to zoom in to particular moments in the past, just the way it throws you down. Other platforms I've used in the past were pretty good because you could just drag an area and it would zoom right in. So I guess I was here. Yeah. There it is. Pachow, gone. I caught Aussie and I caught CAD. Amazing. But like, just like I showed you, we were at 80 and then all of a sudden we're at 00 in 1 minute. I'm like, holy snap. Richard says, are the templates you use on MT5 free? No. I charge a huge amount of money. Okay? $5. But that's only for 240 files that go into the installer. So, is it free? No. No, it's not free. No way. No way is it free. So anyways, yeah, yen's coming down hard now. Very interesting. I just wonder, I don't know. Okay, anyways. Let's now go over to the dollar pairs. I've humiliated myself enough for the moment. Okay. Nothing like public shame to get you to change your ways. And by the way, I hope you appreciate that. By the way, have you ever gone online and shared with the world the mistakes you're making? Or would you rather me pretend that I'm the greatest trader in the world and I never make a mistake and I always know the future? That's what the pivots? Of course. Reginald. Well, it's not sarcastic. It's right. All right. It's rhetorical, but it's not sarcastic, right? Thank you, Milos. You got to have that level, I think. You have to. I remember back when I was running a nonprofit, there's about 3,000 people, so we had a lot of management and layers of management. And there was this young guy, kind of, I wouldn't say mentored, but befriended and whatever. And he looked the part. He looked capable. He really wanted, leadership roles. And I kind of groomed him a little bit. I don't know, but kind of set him up, let's say, so that he could get this leadership role in the organization. And so anyways, I got a bunch of people together, senior people, to be in the I guess you'd call it like a review board, for him to come in and answer questions and basically get the nod. I kind of set it up like, okay, this guy's on the path. So I got some big shots and everything to add some stress. And then we knew he was, he knew his stuff and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, to get to the point, we made up a program. We made up a program, some initiative, the XYZ initiative or something, right? Some nonsense. And I wanted to see how we would respond. So he came in and we asked a few. Oh, actually, we really screwed with him. And now I feel bad because maybe we screwed it up. But we just, no, I don't want to say that part, but it was funny, actually. But anyways, so we ask him about, we get about 15 minutes into the interview. And then the next question was about the XYZ initiative, whatever we called it. I don't know, the XYZ initiative. What we thought, what he thought about it, what he thought was good about the program, and maybe some, some comments on maybe how he would, Of course, there was no XYZ program, and he gave a long-winded answer. And I just cringed. All he had to say is, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't know what that program is. But anyways, he gave a big, long answer, and he didn't get the job. So anyways, there's a level of, you have to be able to show your strengths and your weaknesses, right? So anyways, I've made some mistakes lately, and it's just, I'll get it. Okay. Euro dollar back down. Okay. Right. Once again, I'm out of that trade for about the third or fourth time. I've broken even on that one. Probably here, and here. Just waiting. Okay. Just waiting. Still some dollar strength. Now, right. That's against euro. Look how well the commodity currencies have done. Okay. Once again, this is the Fed meeting. Okay. Okay. That's the Fed meeting. I want you to appreciate how important the Fed is to the value of the US dollar. That how these Fed meetings, how important they are to the currency markets. Okay? And that was the day where like, okay, good, dollar's going to weaken. And well, according to, in terms, if you will, because quite literally, in terms of Aussie dollar, the US dollar has lost value. Cool. So now it's like, are you going to pick it up there? What's the next trade? Pick it up there? Or is it going to crash down? Well, that's what you need to be deciding. Right now, technically, this is very bullish. Okay? And if you're using the 4-hour as your analysis, you're not allowed to think about selling this on this time frame. Okay? On this time frame, if you're making your decisions on this process, okay, if price is above this, all you are allowed to do is think about buying it. Okay? Now, your counterpoint could be, well, that's been happening now since about Thursday. And that you can then argue some seasonality, that you expect it to come down, and you have a top, 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 and a bear has two choices. Now, I teach that a bear sells a double top, okay, or a lower high. So you might argue that this is a double top, and you could take it, and you're actually trapping it. So you would trade this in a similar way that you would trade a 1-minute chart or a 5-minute chart. Just happens to be a 4-hour. And in that case, your choice for a bear is you can sell the top or you can sell the break. The problem is you're still above this 21, right? So you would have to see a clean break, a retracement, and then down like that. Okay? Now, the trend trader just says, you see that? That's what's going to happen here. Okay? But the difference between this and that is the thought process of next week. Okay? Yens might get strong. So, okay. But whatever. But whatever. Commodities are coming down today, and there's some weakness here. But remember, we're not concerned about today. See this candle here, like this pattern here? This is all based on today. So you were supposed to make these decisions on Friday or even Thursday of last week. Okay? So you already know, or you're already supposed to know, whether you're doing this or not. So what you should be thinking about is tomorrow. Okay? So you could say, well, what if it comes down here? That's bearish. What will you do tomorrow? Okay. What are you going to do at 74 and at 75? Okay. Do you already know? We're only 6 pips away. What are you going to do? You going to buy it? Because you're probably buying the future 21. Okay, follow the lines. We're right here. Okay. That would be a plan A. A plan B would be down here. Plan C would be down there. But as it falls, it changes the market. So while it's high, it's less likely to fall. But as it falls more, it's more likely to fall. But then you could fall on a rally. Because remember, I want you to think about this. This is important. If you're a bear, you sell rallies. Okay? And so a rally would look like this. Okay? And that's where you sell. Yeah, no, I would not sell the bottom of a 4-hour candle. Okay, now a retracement, okay, is what I sell. So again, double tops. Is this right? Double or triple, whatever. It's a top, okay? You could sell here if you're aggressive bear. Okay? The next place for you to sell would be here, which dictates in the future. So you have to get a break, a pullback, and what is that? Lower high. It's only math, noob trader. I'm sure you can figure it out. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I can't read them all. So sorry, unorthodox. But it's still, my comment is true. I would not sell the bottom. Yeah. So anyway, anywho, okay. Interesting rotation here. Dollar strength currently. Yen is even stronger. Okay. By the way, if you're scalping around, okay, you're probably looking at something like that for the next few minutes. Okay. Yen is stronger than dollar, and dollar is strong. Okay. You can see USD kitty cat coming back up. What's been working is you sell the 21. Okay. But we are here. Cool. So anyways, this week we got PCE, we have JOLTS, we have ISM manufacturing, we have ADP, and of course we have non-farm payrolls on Friday. I will be traveling, and my intention is to do my daily live stream in the morning, do my day trading group in the evenings, do non-farm payrolls, all from New York City. But life is complicated when you're on the move. So if I'm late or there's a failure, I apologize now, but my intention is to always be here. You're my sweet baby. I appreciate you. I will bring 3 screens with me, carry it around on a backpack, just to ensure that I have a way to communicate with you while I'm on the road. But again, sometimes that's challenging. So please be flexible and forgiving with me, but I will do my best to serve as I'm Oscar Mike on the move. And with that being said, have a wonderful day. Please click the like button. Please leave a comment. Just say hi. I think somehow that fits into the algorithm for YouTube. I'm going to throw down an ad because maybe they like earning money. But nonetheless, let's do it this way. I'll say goodbye. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I'll see you in the morning.